Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about tarantula handling and some of the methods that are used to pick up a tarantula. So, I have a little simulation of a tarantula right here. This is my Goliath bird eater skin, Tarantula blondie. She's 8.5 inch right here. Ooh. So that's giving you an idea how big it is, and you can see the fangs. The fangs are these little two needle-like structures right there. Okay, so the first method is the you place your hand on near the tarantula and you gently nudge it. So if you nudge it just like this, it will go on your hand, like so. What I'm doing right now is not really recommended. You should not do it on the carpet. You should do it on the floor. This is the best way because their feet can get caught in the carpet, so that's not really a great way to handle a tea. So the second way is to pinch grab a tarantula. So the way you would pinch grab it, as I'll show you right now, is to take your two hands and get a firm grip between the second and third pair of legs, and then you just pick it up like this. So this is the method that I showed you how I picked up my curly hair, Brachypelma bulbulosum. So you really want to try to avoid using that method because if you don't have a strong grip, they can actually kill your tarantula if it falls. So I'll be explaining that what happens when a tarantula falls. So the third method, very highly not recommended, is the cup method, where you just go like this to pick up a tarantula. This is a sure way of getting bitten by one. So that's not a recommended way to handle a tarantula. So now, last method I'll show it to you. I'll show you my Vicularia. This is my pink toe. The way I handle my spiders is to... where is she? She's right here. Oh, I gotta wash this. Okay. This is mold. Not good. Okay, the way to do it is just to let the tarantula crawl out of its cage. And then we catch it. Like so. This is a nice pink toe. Very, very handleable tarantula. She's doing great. This is the one that I had in the ICU. This one's a female, which is awesome. Guess I'm gonna put her a new tub in, and there she goes. Really cute. So that's my word about handling tarantulas. So what are the dangers of handling a tarantula? Well, the most fatal thing that can happen is when a tarantula falls. So to give you an idea, a really healthy tarantula, that's one with a big abdomen like my curly hair, can actually kill herself if she fell from about that height. From a stair, which is almost equivalent to about a stair height. So you really want, that's why I really don't endorse handling tarantulas. They're not really meant to be handled, they're meant for showpieces. But there's some docile specimens which I'll get to in a future video that are really, really nice and handleable, just like my pink toe, just the way I handled it. That's a really nice tarantula to handle. So what happens when a tarantula falls? Well, the abdomen is going to burst, and it's going to burst like really badly. So the tarantula abdomen has the heart, the lungs, the liver, the glands, spinnerets, the kidneys, everything you can possibly imagine in there. So the main thing is their blood. That's what really kills them. Us humans, we have hemoglobin, which forms red, white blood cells and platelets to coagulate the blood. Let's say if you get a cut and you're starting to bleed, well, the red and white blood cells and the platelets will actually help you coagulate the blood so you don't bleed internally. That's not with the case with tarantulas. With teas, their blood is very colorless and very thin, not like thick as in blood. So they don't have those cells to coagulate their blood. So what happens is that they're going to bleed internally and they're going to die from the loss of blood. So what I would do is, let's say you handle a tarantula and you notice that you have a whole trail of blood. You can actually see it. It's like really colorless and really thin. So what I would do is, if you have any super glue handy, so take a Q-tip and dab it where the wound is, and it should close up right away. So that's one way you can save your tea from death. So that applies to most terrestrial species. That's why terrestrial species they're kind of bulky, and you really want to try to avoid handling them unless you really need to. So the way to handle them is to handle them very low to the ground and on the floor. So I would say a good height is probably around here, and you just let it crawl. Okay, so arboreals are much differently built. As you can see from my pink toe, which is right here, she's kind of like slender bodied than terrestrials. Are not as bulky. So in nature, arboreal teas will tend to jump from tree to tree. That's their nature. That's why they're called arboreals, because they live in trees. So they are less susceptible to falling because they can actually land and not get damaged as much as terrestrial teas. So arboreals are kind of more handleable and less risk. There's less risk in damaging their abdomen than terrestrials. So I hope this clarifies my word about handling tarantulas. So peace, guys, and good luck in your handling of teas. So stay tuned for more videos. Peace, guys.